Hi, I'm Katie Larson with ShiftShape PA, and I am going to be leading you through some mat Pilates today. We're going to go ahead and get started on the ground here with our feet a little bit wider than hip width. Those toes should be extended, sitting nice and tall here on the mat. We're going to go ahead, place our hands on our thighs, sitting nice and tall, and exhale towards our feet, rounding at the spine. Inhale, work your way back up, sitting nice and tall. Along with your breath, we're now going to inhale, and then exhale, head nods down, round through the spine towards the feet. Working our way back up with the inhale, experiencing the stretch. We're going to inhale again, back towards the feet, and work our way back up. Very nice. Again, inhaling down towards the feet, taking our time, enjoying this warm up before we get into the harder moves. Exhaling back up, rolling through the spine. Inhaling down, 2 more times, and exhaling back up. Again, inhaling down, last time. See if you can engage those abs, pulling them in a little bit more, and exhaling back up. Very nice. We're now going to bring our hands right behind our head here, sitting nice and tall with our breath, a little bit of a rotation here. Inhale, rotate to one side. Exhale, back to center. Again, inhale, rotate, and exhale, back to center. Again, inhale, gentle rotation. Exhale. With your breath, breathing in and breathing out. So warming up here, taking our time. We'll get to all of those more challenging exercises soon enough. One more time each side, breathing in, and then we'll add variation, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. We're going to rotate towards our first side, elbow to same knee, and back up. Center, rotate, second side, elbow to knee, and back up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Getting a little bit of that side stretch as your elbow comes towards your knee. And if your elbow can't touch your knee, don't worry about that. We're just hoping to get that stretch along the side body. One more time each side. We're breathing in and breathing out. Last time here, breathing in and we're breathing out. We're going to go ahead and bend those knees. We're going to grab behind the thighs. We're going to exhale and curl and roll ourselves back, pulling in the abs, and then inhale, pulling your chest up, elongating the spine and lifting that chest, okay? Again, exhale, curling into the spine, curling into yourself, and inhale, rolling yourself back up. A seated variation of cat-cow. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale again, rolling back, elongating those arms, and inhale back up. One last time. And back up. Allow yourself to roll back. Pull those abs in, arms nice and long. Arms hover right above the knees. We're going to exhale and roll back to the low back right here, not allowing the shoulders to touch. Very good. Now we're going to bring our knees into our chest, arms parallel to the ground. We're going to do our 100 here. We're breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Squeeze those legs together. And then next time you exhale, let's go ahead and extend those legs to the ceiling. And then next time you exhale, you can go ahead and reach those legs forward if you'd like at an angle to the floor, getting more activation in the abs. Maintain that deep activation. Inhale and exhale, legs up towards the ceiling. Reach those legs up and keep those arms pumping. Keep those arms stiff as they pump, feeling those abs engage. We're going to bend those knees right back to where we started and continue to pump those arms, pressing the low back into the ground. Exhale, we're going to curl into ourselves a little bit more. One more deep breath in to out. And pause. Stay curled up here. We're going to place our feet down to the ground, thighs parallel. Lower those shoulders down into the ground and relax those arms into the ground. We're going to press those arms down to the ground and work on that pelvic curl. Pelvic curl here. Exhale and inhale. Curl them up. Squeezing through those glutes, and then we're coming back down to the mat. Inhale once you're down, and then exhale, curl. Open up those hips, engage the back of the legs, and inhale, rolling yourself back down. Continue at your own pace. We're exhaling, curling up through the pelvic floor, pushing the mat down through the feet, and inhale back down. Very nice. Again, 2 more times, exhaling up and inhaling down. Continuing with that pelvic curl, we're going to exhale up one last time and inhale back down. Very nice. All the way back down to the mat. The spine stays down here on the mat. Your arms are going to reach towards the ceiling. We're going to extend those arms above your head, and then the legs are also going to extend here. Toes are flexed towards those knees. Inhale and exhale. We're going to pull the abs in more and stretch and reach those arms and legs away from one another. Next inhale, the arms are going to go towards the ceiling, and we're going to roll our spine up off the mat into our roll up, bending and opening up the spine and reaching towards those toes. Exhale, roll back down, arms reaching towards the ceiling and all the way above our heads. And again, rolling back up towards those toes. If you need to, you can always bend those legs, making it work for your body. Today, nice and slow and controlled. We're doing this at our own pace, reaching nice and long. Trying not to use momentum here. We're trying to engage those muscles to roll up. One more time, and then we'll add variation. Let's go ahead and reach back up for those toes. Start rolling yourself down part way, lifting one leg up towards the ceiling, arms up towards the ceiling as well. Stretch those toes towards the ceiling, and then arms come by our side. We're going to do a leg circle here. Inhale to exhale. Inhale, exhale. Think about your toes touching the ceiling here every single time the leg comes up. 2 more times. Pointing that toe and pause up. Arms go towards the ceiling. Flex the toe. Inhale, exhale, and roll yourself back up. And the legs meet down to the ground, and we reach those fingertips towards those toes. Inhale, exhale, roll down, and the opposite leg is going to come back, reaching towards the ceiling. Toes reach towards the ceiling, arms come down by the side, and we do another circle on the other side. Inhale and exhale, reaching those toes towards the ceiling as we come up. Reaching those legs up towards the ceiling. One last time, breathing as we go. And we're going to pause up, arms extend, toe flexes, and we do our roll up again with engagement of those muscles and not momentum, reaching towards our toes here, squeezing those legs together. We're going to work our way back down. First leg reaches up until our arms come down at our side, and we're going for our circles again. Breathing in to out, focusing on that breath work here. 2 more times, reaching long, and we're going to pause up, flex the foot, arms reach, and we're going to roll our spine until we return back to the ground. Reaching nice and long, forward fold here, and rolling down. Opposite leg, arms by our side, flex that toe, breathing in and breathing out, rotating through this opposite leg. Inhale to exhale, reaching towards the ceiling. Very nice. One last time, breathing in and breathing out. And flex foot, arms towards the ceiling. Roll yourself forward into your forward fold, squeezing the legs together here. Taking a big spacious breath into the back body here and rolling down onto the mat. Once you're all the way down, we're going to bend our legs, push down through our heels and the back of our arms. And we're going to exhale, bring those knees up over those hips, extend those legs towards the ceiling. We're going to go into double open leg circle here. So we're going to open those legs, reach long, and squeeze together and back up. Keep those arms planted and make sure you're looking up towards the ceiling here for me. We're going to stay with these circles. We're going to exhale And inhale, squeeze together back into the middle and reaching those legs long. Again, going at your own pace, making sure it works for you. If you need to, you can always bend those knees a bit more as we reach long, not touching the ground, squeezing those legs together back towards the ceiling. Exhale and inhale. Very good. Looking towards the ceiling still. Keep it working. We're almost there. Keep pressing into the back of those arms. Making sure the low back is pressed into the ground. Neck is relaxed and there's movement through the spinal column. Or not movement through the spinal column, relaxing the back into the ground. Continuing with our breath here. And if you need to, you can always return to those single leg circles. Circle. Folding the knees now in towards the chest. We're going to hold onto the ankles and come into our roll. We're going to curl into our thighs and we're going to bring our roll here, rolling up and rolling back. Inhale, exhale, back up. Inhale and exhale. Let your breath go into that low spine as you roll. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale, back up, grabbing onto those ankles, holding your chin in tight. Exhale, back up. We're going to squeeze those legs together. We're going to sit nice and tall. Arms are going to reach forward here. And we're going to slowly roll ourselves back down onto our sacrum. Lower spine, middle spine, but not your shoulders. We're going to inhale and then exhale, grab onto those ankles and pull yourself into a tighter ball shape here. We're going to reach long. We're going to circle those arms around, grabbing the ankles. Again, extend, breathing out and breathing in. Circle those arms around, grab the ankles, extend, breathing out and breathing in, grabbing those ankles, pulling into the chest. 2 more times, breathing out and breathing in. Last one, breathing out, breathing in. And last, we're going to extend those arms and legs, bring those hands behind your head. Exhale, legs up. Inhale, reach legs forward. Exhale, up. And inhale, reach those legs forward. If you need to, bend those legs and just tap for those heels towards the ground, all right? We're going to bring those legs along. Exhale and inhale. With our hands crossed behind our head here. Keep that breath going strong. One last time. Keep those legs reaching forward, then bend those knees. Feet come onto the mat here. Arms are going to come by our side. Shoulders and head are all the way down onto the ground. We're going to continue with our breathing, keeping our pelvis right where it is, and our face and our eyes are up towards our ceiling here. We're going to bring one knee in towards our chest. We're going to extend and flex that foot, and then we're going to slowly lower that leg down, going for a full circle, bending that knee and placing it back onto the same side. Other leg, extend, flex the toe, bring it down. Imagine you're painting the ceiling here, placing your heel back where it started and back into the other side. Bend, extend, flex, lower, and bring back to your starting position. Very nice. Other side. We're going to bend, extend, flex that foot, bring that leg down, and that foot returns to its starting position. Take a moment here and breathe. Variation here. We're going to press both feet in. We're going to pelvic curl. Not quite a glute bridge, but a pelvic curl here. Pressing our arms into the ground here. Press into one foot firmly. And we're going to bend that knee. Extend, flex, lower, and back to the starting position. If this is too much, you can always return to where we started. Other leg now. We're going to bend, extend, flex, lower, and return to that starting position, maintaining that strong pelvic curl here. We're going to bend. We're going to extend, flex, bring that leg down low, and back to our starting position. Returning to the other side. Bend, extend, flex, lower, and back down. Abs are engaged and pelvic curl is still engaged. We're back to our starting position. We're going to go one more time each side. We're going to bend. Breathing as we go, and we're going to extend and flex that foot, bringing it down with control and returning to our starting position. Other side, bend, extend, flex, all the way down, and replace the foot. Both feet are going to stay down, and we're going to roll our pelvis back down towards the ground. Grab behind your thighs here and rock yourself up all the way. All right, we're going to grab onto our ankles here. And if you need to, if your hamstrings are a little bit tighter, you can always grab onto the back of your thighs. We're going to exhale, extend, and then bend. All right, keeping your chest lifted. If your leg doesn't go all the way straight, just like mine, no worries at all. We're going to exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. If you'd like to, you can go ahead for both at the same time and back in together. Again, back of the legs is always an option, extending one leg at a time or both at the same time. We're going to continue with our exhale and our inhale. Keeping that chest lifted. Exhale and inhale. Continuing with this extension. If you haven't tried it yet, let's go ahead and try a double leg extension. Otherwise, stay with your comfort zone. With your body today, might be a little bit tighter. We're going to go over about 2 more times, exhaling and inhaling, holding onto those ankles, lifting that chest up, and then we're going to stay up here with this last extension, keeping those legs squeezed together. Arms now lift off, and we roll back down onto our sacrum, onto our lower back, and not our shoulders here. We're going to bring one leg up towards the ceiling, hold, pulse, and switch legs. Pointing those toes. Curling up towards your thighs with that upper body. Single straight leg stretch here. Working on our breath with an exhale and inhale, switch. Perfect. Staying with that switch. If you need to, just grab onto the backs of the thighs. One more time, each side. And beautiful. Both legs pause towards the ceiling. We're going to grab behind our thighs. We're going to exhale, curl up a little bit more. Pulling those abs in a bit more. And hands come behind the head here. We're going to bend one leg and extend the other. And switch sides. Keeping ourselves centered. Looking down towards our toes. Pressing the low back into the ground. The hands are supporting the weight of the head. As we continue. Single leg stretch variation. Pressing the low back into the ground. We can add a little bit more for the obliques. We're going to bring bent elbow to bent knee, same side. There we go. Not quite a bicycle. Getting a little bit more oblique here. And if you need to, bend those legs and switch. Very nice. Bend those knees to the chest and roll yourself up to have a seat. We're going to bring our feet a little bit wider than when we started. We're going to sit nice and tall, arms open across the shoulders. We're going to inhale, find rotation. Exhale, reach towards the opposite toe. Inhale and exhale, rotate. Arms stay nice and long. Rotate. There we go. Back to center and opposite foot. Up and center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Sitting nice and tall. Opposite foot. One last time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now we stay center. We're going to bring our legs together and we're going to reverse roll ourselves back down. All the way down into the head. Relax in the ground. Arms by your side. Knees in your chest right here. We're going to press our lower spine into the ground. Take a breath here, the deepest breath you've taken so far today. And we're going to rock side to side, rolling that lower back out a little bit. Keeping those thighs together, keeping even weight in those shoulders. Eyes and head are still facing towards the ceiling. Stay centered, squeeze the legs together, reach the thighs away from the belly, and then pull the thighs back towards the chest. Reach away and pull in. Reach away, pull in. As you reach away, you should still feel the low back reaching, pressing into the ground. No tunnel in the low back. That way we're working the abs and not the hips and not the low back. Continue with that rock. We're going to pause with the legs in and we're going to combine it. We're going to rotate and roll forward and then spin them to the opposite side, center and pause. Rotate their direction. Pressing those legs together. We've combined those two movements. Continue to switch sides, making sure that low back stays pressed into the ground. Continuing to look through the ground. Inhale to exhale. To exhale. You can keep this corkscrew variation, or if you'd like to, you can extend those legs. And we're going to do the exact same thing we just did with those legs straight. Otherwise, just keep those legs bent. We're coming into full corkscrew. So legs are extended. We're going to exhale, bend the spine, beginning your rollover position. Rotate legs to one side. Roll down with control. Reach down to the mat first, circle legs around to the opposite side. Again, if you prefer, you can return to that knee bend variation and just continue with that knee bend as you roll. Otherwise, that full corkscrew, legs extended as we change direction. Legs stay strongly squeezing together. Pressing those arms evenly into the ground. Looking straight towards the ceiling. Continue your breath, breathing in and breathing out. One last time. And then staying centered next time. Coming back to our starting position, knees up over hips. Take another breath here, and we're going to roll our way back up. We're going to sit nice and tall, roll those shoulders back, taking the hands right behind. Hands can either be out or forward, whatever is more comfortable for you. You have two options here. We're going to roll our shoulders back with that chest lifted. Deep inhale to exhale right here. This might be enough of a stretch for your chest here. And if you'd like to, you can keep it here. But if you'd like to, you can exhale and lift those hips up, squeezing through those glutes, pressing through the feet, and back down. We're going to lift up, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. There we go. Pelvis does not come all the way down to the mat. We come almost down and back up. Almost down, back up. Two more times. Continue with your breath. One last time. Almost back down, all the way back up, and lowering back down. Coming onto our hands and knees. Right here, hands are beneath your shoulders. Your knees are beneath your hips. Another breath here, breathing in nice and deep and breathing out. Look at where your thumbs are. Natural curve of your spine here. We're going to take one hand to the shoulder and rotate towards the ceiling on that right side. Exhale right back down and repeat. Inhale up and exhale back down. Inhale, elbow towards the ceiling, and exhale back down. Now that hand on the shoulder is going to now open nice and long. We're going to inhale and exhale, go beneath, wrapping below towards the opposite arm. Continuing with your breath. Inhale, open, and exhale back down. Beautiful. Hand returns back to the center position. We're going to go ahead and change sides here. So left hand now to your shoulder. We're going to go ahead, open up that left hand, that left elbow towards the ceiling. And now that left elbow comes back down towards the ground. Continuing with that rotation, we breathe in and we breathe out. We breathe in and we breathe out here. Beautiful. Keep it going. Breathing in and breathing out. Now we're going to go ahead and extend that arm nice and long. Same thing. We're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to rotate under towards the opposite side. Breathing in, opening up, and breathing out, reaching long. Beautiful. Keep that going here, creating length and opening up the chest. Breathing in and breathing out. Two more times here. Breathing in and breathing out. And last time here, breathing in and breathing out, returning to our starting position. Now we extend our back leg. Pick one to start with. We're going to extend it here, engaging through the abdominals, and we're going to go ahead and lift. All right, not quite touching the ground. We're pointing our toe, and we lift here, controlling it. Continue that slow, controlled lift. 2 more times. And you start to feel a stretch along the back of the leg, keeping that leg nice and strong. Breathing in to out, keeping that leg back before we switch sides. Replace that knee. Both knees are right beneath your hip, and now the other side. Long leg, top of the foot down the mat to begin with, or down on the ground. We're going to engage and lift and down. Out, in, exhale out, breathe in. Deep engagement here, breathing out and breathing in. Engaging through those glutes to lift the leg and back down. We're going to go 2 more times here. And one last time. Leg stays down, tuck those toes under. Give yourself that stretch back, pressing your opposite heel down. Continue to breathe here as you get that stretch, breathing in and breathing out. Now we return the knee back to our starting position, hands beneath shoulders and knees beneath hips. We're going to straighten our first leg back, tuck those toes. Opposite leg back, tuck those toes. And we're pressing our heels back, getting a stretch through the back of the legs. We're going to press the heels forward and back. Heels forward and heels back. Find your breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. Legs are strong, arms are strong, right? Entire body's working here. Breathing in and breathing out. Where can you work a little bit harder today? Pause in your neutral position. Full inhale here. Full exhale here. Holding it strong. Full inhale again. Full exhale again. And we're going to lower ourselves down onto the ground here. Tops of the feet are coming under. And we're going to reach our arms nice and long. So arms and legs are now straight. Reach those arms long. Feel your length here. Continue to inch those fingers longer along the ground. And now we're going to reach one leg and reach behind us and lower back down. We're going to switch sides. Reach nice and long and lower back down. Reach other side long and down. Other side one more time, reaching in and back down with that opposite leg. We're going to maintain this length in our legs. And now our arms are going to circle back right next to our chest, right next to our shoulders. And without using our hands, we're going to go ahead and lift our chest, keeping those hands lifted. Inhaling, engaging those abs, and exhale. Focusing on our breath here. We're inhaling, engaging those abdominals. And exhale, we're going to continue to lift. Legs stay heavy. Hands are not used. If you need to, you can use them, but try not to use them, keeping them up at your side, lifting your chest even further as we inhale. And we exhale. And we inhale again. One last time. Keeping that chest lifted. And exhale. Another, if we are not using our hands here, if possible, we're going to press into our hands here. And now we're going to move our spine a little bit higher up. You're going to decide where your ending range of motion is. We're breathing in and we're breathing out. And if you can, release your hands and continue that spine mobility here. Press down into your hands if you get stuck. Continue to lift, using the strength in your back and continuing your breath. Lift up. Press into the thighs. Maybe a little bit more without those hands. And lowering back down. We're going to come onto our forearms here. Press down into our forearms. Legs are still straight and strong with our feet underneath. And we're going to engage with our abs. We're going to bring those abs in and roll the head short. Roll the head forward. With the head lifting up and down. Supported spine extension with motion through the neck. Breathing as we go. Rolling that head around. So the up and down motion we've been doing. Reversing directions. And one last time with that shoulder or that neck roll. Stay centered here. We're going to pull our legs together behind us. Keep those abs pulled in strong. Lift from the base of the gluteals and bring both legs up and lower them down. Both legs up and down and up. It may feel like you're not doing a lot, but you're still engaging those legs, keeping them straight. Abs are pulled in. We're lifting those legs and back down. Squeezing those glutes. Spine is nice and long still. Lift. Lots of work for the backs of those legs here. 2 more times. And last time here. Awesome. We're going to lower ourselves back down and let our forehead rest right onto the ground, resting onto our hands. We're going to bend one leg and we're going to take hold of the ankle if we can. We're going to come into a thigh stretch here. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in and breathing out. Make sure that knee's not opening up to the side. Breathing in and breathing out. Lengthen the hips, lengthen the pelvis. Finding your deep breathing. Roll that shoulder back. And optional, the next one, you can lift the spine up and press your foot into your hand and exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift, pressing the foot into the hand and exhale back down. We go again, we inhale, lifting and exhale back down. Inhale, lift and exhale back down. The legs straighten, and now we're going to go ahead and switch sides. So forehead is resting on the opposite hand. We grab opposite ankle, pressing that ankle into our hand. We're breathing in and we're breathing out. We're lifting that leg. Continue your breath in and out. Find that alignment. Make sure your hip is not opening up on the side. And if you'd like to for that extra challenge, breathing in, lifting, pressing the foot into the hand, and exhale back down, forehead back to hand. We're going to go ahead again. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale back down, pressing your foot into your hand here. Inhale, lift, and exhale back down. One last time, we breathe in, lifting, and breathing out, lowering back down, and lowering all the way back down. Legs go straight, hands are at the side, and we're going to bring our hands together behind our back, lifting our shoulders and our elbows, and down. Like a little butterfly here. We're breathing as we go, breathing those elbows together behind our backs and opening them back up again. Look your head the opposite direction and continue this motion, making sure that it feels right for your shoulders and your body today. Keep those elbows and those shoulders lifted, paused. Keep your shoulders lifted as your elbows come down. Shoulders stay lifted and elbows come down. And then legs are going to kick towards us. 2, 3, extend. Straighten arms, legs, lift your chest, look to the opposite side, and lower down to the opposite side. Kick 1, 2, 3, extend. Spinal extension. We relax on the other side. And 1, 2, 3. We extend, we lift, we rotate, back down. 1, 2, 3. With our kick, we extend, we lengthen, we switch sides, and we relax here. Hands come to the side of our shoulders right here, and we're going to come up onto our knees here. We're going to have our knees open and our feet together, sitting nice and tall, sitting on the heels. We're going to stretch our hands nice and long here. We're not quite into child's pose. The weight stays in our pelvis, and we're anchoring into our heels as the hands walk forward. We inhale, elbows stay straight, and as you exhale, the upper body lengthens between the hands. Pushing back into the heels, that's where your weight stays. Breathing in, finding our length, breathing out, pushing your chest through those arms. A variation of child's pose here. Keeping the weight onto our heels. Breathing in, reaching those fingers long. Breathing out, driving our chest through our arms here, keeping the weight onto our heels. Again, breathing in, reaching, finding our length. Breathing out, opening up our chest through. Not quite in child's pose. Continuing our deep breath. Continuing to send your breath wherever this stretch is taking you. Nothing should be painful here. We're just finding a nice stretch in our body today. One more deep breath here. And we're going to bring ourselves up and into a side lying position. Arms or legs are nice and long. Elbow extends. And we're going to go ahead, place our top hand in front of us right here. And our other hand can support our head right here. Making sure that we find the length in those legs. Those legs squeeze together. We're going to exhale, both legs lift. And inhale, legs come back down, not quite touching. Exhale up and inhale down. If you're not using your top hand much, you can go ahead and bring it behind your head and continue with opening up, working on balance. Continue with lifting for 2 more times. Whoop, finding our balance. And bottom leg down. And now just the other bottom leg is moving up and down. I'm going to return my hand for some more balance. Again, if you're not using your bottom hand much, you can go ahead and bring it behind your head. Keeping our bottom leg down, and now our top leg. It's not going as high as it can go, but you're making sure that your pelvis is staying neutral as you move that top leg up and down, pointing that toe. Continuing with that up and down for 2, for 1. Beautiful. Circling the leg, inhale to exhale. Continuing with that breath, reverse that direction. Inhale to exhale. Very nice. We're going to lower those legs down and we're going to roll right onto the other side here. So find that length in those legs, squeezing those legs together. Top or bottom arm is nice and long. Other hand comes behind the head if you'd like, or rather in front of you with the other hand behind your head. And we're going to exhale both legs up and inhale them down. Exhale and down. And if you're not using this top hand much, you can bring it behind your head. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Strong squeeze with the inner thighs. Whenever the legs are together, you're working those inner thighs. Keeping those legs lifted. Now the bottom leg down to up. Continuing with your breath. Very nice. Just that bottom leg. Now bottom leg stays down, top leg moves. How still can we keep the pelvis? We're not trying to open up that leg as high as possible. We're controlling that short range of motion, feeling those glutes engage. Beautiful. Circling now. Breathing in to breathing out. Pointing that toe as you circle. Reverse that direction here. Try not to put too much weight into this front hand. Very nice. We're going to let that leg release and we're going to come back into our child's pose here. So feet are together, knees are wide, and we're going to go ahead and walk those hands forward, not quite coming all the way down, finding your breath, reaching those arms long. We're going to breathe in, reach those fingertips long, breathe out, pulling our chest through, not all the way down to our child's pose. Take the time that you need. Breathing in, walking those fingertips long, breathing out, opening up that chest through. Exhale, we're going to come back up, hands beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. Take a deep breath here, breathing in nice and deep, engaging those abdominals, breathing out. We're now going to extend that back leg behind us, flexing that toe. We're going to engage our gluteals and lift that back leg up. And opposite arm reaches, and we hold. Reach long. Exhale, pull, round in, elbow to knee. And inhale, reach, extend. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, engaging through those glutes. Rolling, inhale one more time. And back to return to that starting position. Other side now, back foot reaches first. And then opposite arm reaches nice and long. Find your length and find your breath here, flexing that toe towards our knee. We're going to breathe in and breathe out, elbow to knee. Breathing in, reaching long, and breathing out, elbow to knee. Breathing in and breathing out. Find your length, find control, find your balance, take your time, and breathing out, elbow to knee. Breathing in again, reaching nice and long, and returning back to center. We're going to roll through the spine here, pressing into our feet, return to neutral. Toes come curled under, and we're going to hover those knees right above the ground here. And we're going to push those hips back. Exhale and breathe in, shoulders back over hands. Breath out, push your hips back, knees lifted, and in. 2 more times. We breathe out, we press our hips back and in. One last time, breathing out and breathing in, right back over. Awesome. Knees come back down, toes come back under for a neutral position for that spine. Beautiful. Right now we're going to cross our legs and have a seat here. Grab behind the thighs, lift and lengthen the spine. Exhale and roll until the arms go straight. I'm just noticing what time it is. We'll start to wind down soon. Before we come into that wind down, we're going to go ahead and work a little bit more, extending opposite leg as we switch. The legs might not go all the way straight, and that's fine. Extend and bend. And now both legs together and down. One more time. We exhale and we inhale. Feet go back to planted and we roll ourselves down with those arms engaged. Arms reach long and we reach ourselves up, rolling all the way back up. Last roll down, rolling and controlling. And we're going to stay right here, returning to a neutral spine or neutral pelvis as we wrap up today. We're going to go ahead and lay on our backs here, curling our pelvis under, pressing our hands into the mat, and releasing here with your breath. We inhale, roll the pelvis in. Exhale, release it. Inhale, roll the pelvis in. And exhale, release it. We're now going to go ahead and find our length here, extending those legs, extending those arms overhead, continuing to breathe, engaging through the pelvic floor, engaging through the abdominals, squeezing our core in, maybe closing our eyes for a moment here. Continuing to find our length. We're going to bend those legs, pressing our feet into the ground, bringing our arms up for our last roll up of the day. Taking your time, engaging and rolling yourself all the way back up to that starting position. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our mat Pilates class. We'll look forward to having this next month as well. Maybe switch up the time a little bit, but thank you guys so much for joining me today. I will see you later.